Hello, my fourth grade friends. Welcome to another exciting day in the art room, another fabulous day. All right, this video I'm working on with my fourth grade friends at the moment at the school that I'm at. We're working a little bit about not drawing stick people anymore, right? Because raise your hand if you're like, I'm super duper tired of drawing stick people. Yes, maybe you're like, oh, I'm done with it, all right? I'm here to teach you how to draw a different way, okay? And this way is also easy peasy, and I'm going to show you my way to draw non-stick people. If you're at one of my schools, I'm going to try to get this to the other school as well, but I'm going to send out this little sheet to you, and yours will have like a little QR code that you can scan, and it'll bring you to this here video right here. Oh, magic. Internet. Look at that. All right. So there'll be a little QR code with directions so you can scan it, come here to this video, and then watch this and watch me teach you how to do the thing, review it. All right. So if you're at my school where the bee, the bumblebee, is the mascot, then you've just done a Jamestown project with me, or your class is going to. I have one class left before our holiday break coming up, but you're doing a Jamestown project where I show you how to draw non-stick people, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So you have your worksheet, and as you see, this is the example person. I usually name him Bob. This is Bob. Hello. Bob likes to play football. Look at that. All right, and then there are two other rectangles that I've already put for you, so that I put that for you so you can kind of see, make sure that it's like in the middle of the page, just so when you're practicing for this, you can get like the head, you have enough room for that, you have enough room for like the legs, the arms, all that good stuff, right? So these are your two practice rectangles that are like this part of the body right here, okay? And let me show you how to do this, okay? So this is going to be my piece of paper, my whiteboard, all right? When I'm drawing a person, all right, and I don't want it to look like a stick person, this is what I do. Watch carefully. So it's up to you which of these two places you start. I like to start from the top down, but you might like to start from the middle, okay? So I like to start with the head, which can be a circle or an oval. People have different kind of face shapes, really. Some people might have more of an oval. Some people might have more of a circle. But I'm going to go ahead and start with ovals, all right? And then after I do the oval for the head, I like to do that at the top, right? A little bit underneath that, I'm going to put that box that's from the shoulders to the waist. That's that rectangle that's already on your sheet for you, all right? But that would be the next step. So when you move beyond the worksheet and you want to do this in real life, that's when you'd have to draw this rectangle, all right, underneath. There you go. Right, and some friends like to, like I was telling you, some friends might want to instead start from the middle. That's what I was telling you about. So they might actually start, instead of starting with the head and then doing the torso, the middle, they might start with the torso. Like your worksheet, you're going to have to start from the torso, right, because it's already on there. All right, and then add the head, all right? So you've got it. You've got a circle above a rectangle, okay? Now we have what connects our head to our body, our neck. That's right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw two lines down to connect that circle to that rectangle. It's going to become the neck, all right? Next, we're going to talk about arms and legs. So when stick people walk, they couldn't really walk. They'd have to kind of Frankenstein it because they can't bend, right? We have elbows and we have knees, all right? So we need to be able to create arms and legs in two parts. Yes, two parts instead of one continuous line, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with that, all right? So we're going to start with a long, skinny rectangle that's going to go from your shoulder to where the elbow is, right here. So this will become a long, skinny rectangle, okay? We're going to start here, where the shoulder is, out, across, back, up, out, across, back, up. It kind of looks like one of those t-shirts. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those t-shirts where the sleeves stop right at the elbow, but you can kind of, if that helps you keep that in your brain, it kind of looks like that. It looks like you just created one of those t-shirts where the sleeves stop right here. All right. On this side, I'm going to do the same thing. It's a box that goes from where the shoulder is to where the elbow is, okay? Now, because we're drawing it in 2 parts, I can make this person bend, I can make them do the robot, I can make them dance, like, I can make them do all sorts of stuff, wave, all that, all right, because I'm drawing the arms in 2 parts. So, the elbow, from the elbow to the wrist is going to be another long skinny rectangle, okay? So another long skinny rectangle is going to create this part right here, okay? So I can connect here and have them waving. Hello. All right. Now this is the part that students often, oh, I get this question all the time. They say, Ms. O'Neill, can I just draw the hands behind their back or in their pockets or something? The answer is no, because the only way you get better at drawing hands, my friend, is to what? Practice drawing hands. That's right. It's the only way. I'm sorry. There's no way around that. But you know what? What I usually tell my students during this lesson is I usually just say, you know what, friends? Even if it looks like a big old Mickey Mouse glove, all right, it's too big for your cartoon person, that is fine. All I want you to focus on right now when you're drawing this person is that you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits on there, okay? That's what, the more you practice, if you take it upon yourself, if you're like, oh, I don't want like these Mickey Mouse gloves, you can take it upon yourself to erase, try again, maybe get another sheet, get a practice sheet to practice hands, right? You can do that. Right? That's totally fine. I'm just telling you, don't sweat the small stuff here. If you really are invested in it and you practice more, you will get nice, thinner looking, more natural looking hands on your person. All right? So go ahead, and all I want you to do is make sure you got 5 digits. All right? So count out 5 digits. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, once you got 5 digits on there, okay, it's time to start talking about the legs and how we're going to build those. Remember, I told you legs are in 2 parts as well, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start where the waist is, and we're going to basically draw what looks like shorts, okay? So watch this. If I start here, and I go down, across, up, down, across, up, I've basically created shorts. And you might be saying, Ms. O'Neill, I want to draw a person to be wearing a dress or a skirt. You know, I hear you. It's still good, though, to draw legs and then build the skirt or dress on top, which I'll show you how to do that. It's good to do that because then you know the movement of where the legs are kind of going. So you can make the skirt, the movement of the skirt look a little bit more believable. Okay, so just trust me on that. Better to draw the legs and then add that. Cool. All right. Let's keep going. So after you've got the pants, so across, got these shorts kind of looking here, right? Part of the legs. All right, that part is from the waist to the knee, all right? The next part is going to be from the knee to the ankle, okay? That's another long, skinny rectangle, just as you see on Bob here. Bob, all right? Long, skinny rectangle. All right, it's longer than you think it's going to be. And because we're building this in 2 parts, I can have this person kicking out. Look at that. All right. So because I'm building in 2 parts, I'm running out a little bit of room here, but pretend that these rectangles are a little bit longer and skinnier. There you go. All right. And I can have them kind of moving. All right. And then the next thing would be shoes, right? So shoes, and shoes we know come in different styles, different types. We're going to keep it simple for this lesson. We're just practicing drawing our non-stick people. Yes. All right. So you're going to go ahead and maybe you want to just draw a little out, around, back up. A little kind of boot like that. All right. So you go out, around, back up. Out, around, back up. Now, we know that shoes, it's all about the details on the shoes. So it's up to you what kind of shoes you want them to be wearing. Bob's wearing some sneakers, so you can see the artist added the soles of the shoes. They added laces, all right? Little bunny ears for the bow at the top where they tied the laces, all right? So that's up to you where you're going to go with that, okay? But draw some shoes, all right? You can do different shoes. You can even add, I've even shown people how you can add a little, like if you had a little square, you can turn it into a little heel on like a boot. All right. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about faces, okay? Because right now they look like shopping mall mannequins. They don't have faces, all right? So to do the faces, my 4th grade friends, I know that when you were little, and this is normal, when we're little, we draw like a circle with a dot in it for eyeballs. Now that we're a little bit older, we're going to change that up just slightly, all right? Instead of a circle, the shape of an eye, if you look at it, is actually more like a football. So if you look at Bob's eyeballs, his eyeballs are more like a football shape. If you call over whoever you're spending quality quarantine with, call them over. Look at their shape of their eyes, probably more like a football, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw those 2 footballs on the face. You're aiming for about the middle of the face. And they can be a little cartoonish. I'm making mine a little bit bigger than I normally would just so you can see them because I'm seeing it from like all the way over here. All right. Virtual learning, it's going great. All right, then we're going to put a circle in there with a dot, circle in there with a dot, circle in there with a dot, circle in there with a dot. All right, the reason for that being, if you look at that person that you just grabbed for that you're quarantining with, that you see the football shape, they've got the big circle is the one that holds the color of their eye color, and then the little dot is the black pupil that lets in the light, right? Everybody has that kind of lets in the light, okay? So those are the 2 dots that are inside the football, okay? If you want, you can add some little lashes. If you're like, oh, they've got such beautiful lashes, you can add a couple lashes to it, all right? Go ahead and put eyebrows above those eyes. Those are just lines, eyebrows, boop. People often forget those, all right? Eyebrows, all right? And then the nose is just a little bump, okay? We're just going to practice drawing that as just a little bump. Some people have pointier noses, so maybe you want to do more of like a point up to the point and then down. And then some people have rounder ones. You might just want to go round, all right? So maybe a pointy one where I go up. Maybe a round one where I go more around, all right? And to draw that bigger for you, I just did point or rounded, okay? So that's up to you. The little nose right there, right? Next, we're going to add a smile. They're happy to be here. Yay! I'm so happy to be here. All right. On the top of that smile, we need to add the lips, right? Okay, so we've got that line is where the smile is. The top lip is the letter M. So if you're looking at the top lip, it is the letter M, okay? So we're going to go ahead and a person's top lip might be thicker, thinner. People have different things going on. So go ahead and draw that letter M. All right, awesome, on the top lip. All right, and then the bottom lip is a letter U, okay? So down here, if you stretch out, imagine I'm taking the letter U and I'm stretching it out, all right, that would be this, right down here, is that bottom lip, all right? So go ahead and add on the bottom of that, go ahead and add that bottom lip as a U, awesome. All right, now for ears, okay, for ears, we're just going to start by drawing the letter C on one side of the face, and you want that the ears kind of line up close to where the eyes are, all right? Awesome. And then on the other side, just reverse it. Draw your letter C backwards. There you go. That might take a little practice. That's okay. All of this might take a little practice. This is why this year is interesting, because this is now on video for you, all right, that you can pause it, rewind it, watch it, do what you need to do to keep up and to practice, see it again if you need to see it again, all right? So use that to your advantage, right? Okay, and if you feel like I'm going too fast, like I said, you can always just pause it, wait till you're ready, unpause it, keep going. All right, so I've got ears. Now hairstyles, we know everybody's got different hairstyles, okay? So it's really up to you what you want to do with the hairstyle here, okay? Whichever look you're going for with your person. Bob's kind of rocking, and I can already hear you all giggling. Stop giggling. I'm just kidding. When I say the word hairline, that usually ends up in a lot of giggling around the classroom. Calm down, all right? Everybody's got that. All right, so a hairline. All right, a hairline, the letter M. All right, he's rocking the letter M hairline here. So that's up to you. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe your person's got more like, I've got kind of a round one, so it kind of goes around, and then I have like my hair cutting through down here, and long hair coming down. Now, I see sometimes kids will try to draw every single strand of hair. Don't do that. That's going to drive you bananimals, okay? What you want to do is you just want to draw the shape of the hair, and when you color, if you're going to color, that kind of shape of the hair, you can get that colored in. Some kids, when they draw me, I really love when they do this, they actually notice that my hair is not just one color. My hair actually has several different colors in it, so they'll actually put like little strands in there, little chunks that they'll color the different color, okay? So people have different hairstyles. Look at whoever you're trying to draw, what their hairstyle looks like, or if it's from their imagination, you can make up their hairstyle, all right? And add some of that. I will show you my easy peasy quick way to draw braids. If you're going easy peasy here, it's just the quick way to do it. What I do is I actually just connect footballs. So if I draw a football, draw another football, and I connect them, I can kind of make a braid here. Boop. Just like that. Love it. All right. So you can also, maybe their hair's up, maybe their hair's in a bun. Maybe it's right back here, like a bat. I've also seen this popular hairstyle where you've got like two little buns, one here, all right? Maybe you add hair accessories, it's up to you. But we know hairstyles come in different forms, different types. There's also another hairline that I didn't show you, was more of like the box where it goes up, across, and down. Right, that one's pretty common too. So lots of different hairstyles, and as you know, some people they don't keep any hair. They're bald. All right, so maybe that's what your person's rocking. It's up to you. Whatever your person that you're practicing, whatever they're rocking, you decide. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about clothes, okay? So they've got their hairstyle, they're rocking whatever unique style that they're rocking. Yes, express yourself. All right, next we're going to talk about clothes. So this is the part where you can kind of see how, because of the way we've built our non-stick person, all right, we can kind of see, oh, if I want long sleeves, all I got to do is erase the little elbow lines here, and it looks like they're rocking long sleeves, right? If I wanted the sleeves that stop at the elbow, I would just leave those lines and erase the ones at the wrist, right? Cool, and then it looks like they're rocking that. If I want short sleeves, all I gotta do is draw a line up here where the sleeves would stop on short sleeves and erase the elbow lines, all right? So I can kind of change my sleeve length based on what I'm rocking here, okay? And then shorts, if I wanted them to stay in shorts, I could just leave it there. Or if I wanted it to be jeans or pants or, you know, long pants, I could just erase that line at the knee, all right? Erase that line at the knee and just leave the line at the ankle, all right? Cool. Now, I told you I'd talk a little bit about dresses, right? Dresses and skirts, okay? So let's say I've drawn my person and I'm like, oh, I want them wearing a dress or a skirt, okay? All I would have to do is right at the knees, if you want it to be a dress that stops more like near the knees, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna draw a line across. And then we wouldn't be able to see this triangle right here because it's covered by fabric. So I'd go like this. There you go. Now let's say you want a longer dress. Some people like the really long dresses that go all the way to the floor. All right. What I would do in that case, so let's rewind back to here. What I would do in that case is I would actually go down to the ankles, connect those two lines, and then all of this, I wouldn't be able to see any of this anymore. So I'd erase that big triangle that I couldn't see because fabric is in the way, and there you go. And because I drew the legs first before adding the skirt on top, whichever way I do this now, the skirt's actually going to look more natural because it's resting on legs that I already drew. All right. Some kids tell me, oh, but now I have eraser marks on my paper. That's totally normal. It's supposed to be like that. All right. I get eraser marks on my paper when I do this on paper. I get that too. All right. What I do to cover that up is whenever the next stage, if you're going to color in, remember the motto of the art room this year is use what you got. So if you've got anything to color in, colored pencils, crayons, markers, paint, whatever you're using, gel pens, use that, color it in, it'll go right over it, okay? If you don't have something at home to use to color in, please contact me and I will try to hook you up with something, all right? But I hope you enjoyed our non-stick people drawing for today. Of course, you can add all the accessories if you want to add. You can bling it up. Maybe they're wearing jewelry, maybe they got a purse, all right? But that is the basics of how not to draw stick people anymore, all right? We're going to start drawing these people instead of stick people when we draw people. You can tell that Bob is actually holding something, so that's the last thing I'll go over. Bob is holding a football. That's to demonstrate how you can make them kind of holding something. So it's easy peasy. I drew a football, all right, like this, like Bob is holding it, all right? And then I know that when I'm holding something, my thumb, especially like if I was holding a football, my thumb would be behind the football. We wouldn't be able to see that, right? Look at that. Wouldn't be able to see that, okay? So I would just erase where the thumb was and bring this back and erase any of the lines that are cutting through that I wouldn't be able to see there. So you gotta like look and be like, okay, I wouldn't be able to see this line cutting across. And there you go. He's holding a football. All right. So you could substitute a football for any object, but there you go. All right. Ponytails, last one. Ponytails, if you add a ponytail holder and then you go around, you got a little ponytail there. All right. And that is how to draw non-stick people. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Let me know if you have any questions about it, or if you want to share any pictures of your practice people. Remember, this does not need to be, let's not sweat the small stuff. This does not have to be perfect. This is a practice paper, so it's for you to practice drawing people on. Okay, so go ahead. The more you practice, the better you will get. And thank you so much for joining me today for this fun little lesson on our art YouTube channel about drawing people. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye!